What's cracking, guys? Omar Isuf here, out on the outside trying to get a fucking tan. Okay, it's not working. I'm actually just boiling. I may have suffered a heat stroke, so if I'm a little incoherent in this video, now you know why. But I'm gonna hit you with some knowledge right here, gonna drop a bomb on you. I've talked before already about ankle mobility, increasing ankle dorsiflexion. I made several videos actually on this, and you know, for me personally, I have managed to increase that. That's very important. Why? Well, if you wanna squat a whole lot of weight, if you wanna remain more upright, if you have any interest in doing high bar squats, front squats, or any of the Olympic lifts, ankle mobility is very important. So I've been preaching about that for a long time. But did you know that some of your favorite weightlifters out there that you see lifting a whole bunch of weight, they actually have kind of a hack, let's call it, okay, like a gym hack, a lift hack, in order to allow them to remain even more upright. And this might be important for individuals out there with longer femurs, taller peeps that just kind of can't remain upright when they squat. They squat down, they kind of bend over. It looks almost like a good morning squat, and you've already exhausted your mobility options, right? It's just now down to anatomy. This video is for you guys out there, and me personally, I do have, relative to my body, I kind of have the opposite of the ideal weightlifter physique, which is, you know, I have longer legs and a shorter torso. So for me personally, I did some research and I discovered this truth bomb, and that is the standardized height of a weightlifting shoe. The heel might not be enough for you. Remember, we talked about normalized distribution. They assume for most people like a 3/4 inch height would be effective for most people out there in terms of what they need. So a squat shoe, what does it do? It has a heel which basically lifts you up a little bit. It decreases the amount of ankle mobility that is required from you. But once again, anatomy is a limiting factor. You can only increase that so much. So it decreases overall the ankle mobility requirements for you, which allows you to remain more upright. Hip is a little closer to the heel. When you do that, what that means is that it puts a little less stress on your back, right? When you really load up and you kind of do a good morning squat, that's putting a lot of pressure on your back. So for those out there, once again, they just want to do high bar squats, front squats, weightlifting, or they want to be a little more back friendly with their squats, it pays to be a little bit more upright. But like I just said, they don't just use a 3/4 inch heel. They actually use either a cog inside, they'll actually use a lift. So either they'll use a lift on the inside, or they'll add some extra with like a cobble to the bottom of the heel to increase it from 3/4 of an inch to anywhere from an inch to 1.25 inches. And this makes a huge difference. I'm actually going to show you a demonstration with me because I've been doing weightlifting. I'm interested once again in increasing my mobility, getting the proper positions. And so for the overhead squat, I'm going to demonstrate myself doing it with flat shoes, doing it with Addy Powers, and now with my new position shoes, which actually have an increased heel height. It's 1.25 inch as opposed to 3/4 of an inch like an Addy Power. And you'll notice a difference. The difference is that I'm more able to remain upright as I'm squatting down. And again, like I just said, this is super important for those out there that might have longer femurs, that might be taller people where they always feel they just good morning squat. Why is that an issue even still when you use a standard weightlifting shoe like an Addy Power? Well, they assume once again that 3/4 of an inch is roughly what you need, but individuals are different. For outliers such as, you know, myself and other people out there, you might need more of a heel. And so we take a look at that normalized distribution, you just might not fit in that. I could say for myself, remaining more upright, especially like on something such as the front squat or the high bar squat, I personally feel creates less pressure on my back, so it feels better on my back overall. This might be something you have to look into. I'm not advocating getting any shoe in particular. What you actually can do right now, if you already own a pair of weightlifting shoes, is just take, you know, a small 2.5 pound plate or maybe 5 pound plate, put it underneath your heel on top of your normal weightlifting shoe and squat down just to check out your mobility and how it feels. If it feels even better, what that might mean is that you might have to increase it. You go to a local like a shoemaker, just increase that heel height by maybe 1/4 of an inch and see how that feels for you instead. But that's something I think that everyone should know, because oftentimes people will say, well, look at that mobility. And it's absolutely true. I'm the biggest fucking advocate of increasing your mobility out there. But there comes a time and a place where maybe if you want to squat a certain way, lift a certain way, you already have the assistance of a weightlifting shoe, you might just have to change it a little bit further. And this is something that a lot of people aren't aware of. It's just assumed that, oh, the Chinese weightlifting team, they select their individuals, you know, perfectly based on anatomy. That's why they get in these great positions. They might be doing some technique hacks, and now you could do those same technique hacks too. That's all I really want to say. That's all I really want to talk about. I'm fucking melting right here, guys. I don't know if you could tell. I've lost about 8 pounds, 30 points off of my IQ, so my IQ is currently -4. Bringing this content for you guys. That's all the time we have. Dropping the knowledge. Make sure to like the damn video. You made it all the way to the end. You saw me melt before your eyes. Do what you're told. Like the damn video. And I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.